also, when I was in Boston, it was set a record for the fastest 2 goals at the start of the game, 2 goals in the first 2 minutes. That was kind of a little known fact, but something I laughed and I'm kind of proud of.
Yeah. So, was there any particular reason you chose number 22 for your jersey?
Well, I think before I went to Michigan, I was 17, and then when coming into Michigan senior, I already had 17, so I think they gave me 7 as a result, and I didn't want 7. I said, what else? What do you have, like, 2 numbers? And it was just 22. So I took that at Michigan, and then turned pro in Detroit, and Dino Cicerelli retired, so I got it after that. And I went to New York with it. And then when I got traded to Boston, there was already somebody wearing 22, so I had to take 21 to 26. And when I signed with Philadelphia, somebody was wearing 26, so I went back to 22. So that's sort of the way it worked out. No reason, it's just kind of what jersey do they have available at the time.
Yeah. So, what was your favorite city to play for?
I get asked that a lot, and I think they've all been, we've played them all at different times in our lives. Played New York and we didn't have kids, so that was really cool to live downtown, which would have been tough to live downtown with kids. And Boston was a lot of fun just because it's a really cool place and you're a young family, just starting out. Philadelphia's kind of been the whole thing, the kids are in school, our kids are in school, and hockey's been great. And of course, playing in Detroit is like playing in your backyard, especially when it's just coming out of school. So they've all been really good. They're all 3 of the 4 original 6 teams. And, Philadelphia might as well be in the original 6 teams. So it's really hard to pinpoint one because I think the way they've come in order has been the best. If you were to shuffle them around a little bit, it might be a little bit more difficult. And I might have more favorites, but I think the way they flowed to us sort of in our life, it's worked out.
So, what's your road schedule like? Do you ever have trouble adjusting to a time change?
Well, lately, playing on the East Coast, we've stayed a lot on the East Coast. We go out west, maybe once or twice a year. And so we don't go back and forth like all the time. Something like Detroit, Nashville, Columbus, always going back and forth. So we don't have all those time changes and stuff. It's pretty nice where we're located in Philadelphia. We bus to New Jersey, we bus to Long Island. And we ride the train to Manhattan, and we ride the train to Washington. So, and then everything else are like hour-and-a-half flights. So it's pretty good. Like your body clock and your rhythm kind of stays on. You're at home by 1 o'clock most nights. And even at home game, you're not going to go to bed before 2 just because you're trying to warm up from the game. So it's you get used to it. I think you really get used to it. Yeah, but rest is very important. As a player, you spend a lot of time resting. Your body rest, let your brain rest.
Say you have an off day, what would you be doing?
Well, if we have an off day, it's usually, it depends if it's a weekend day or a weekday. If it would be a weekday, well, we'd probably help the kids get out of school. And, you would have some time to yourself because the kids would be gone for a little bit at school, and just like a normal dad taking a practice or even having soccer, hockey practice, or dance class. But on weekends, if we have a Sunday off, we're constantly going to the rink because somebody's got a game, or you're just running around to events, just like mom and dad. Just trying to maybe sleep in a little bit, maybe the kids will let you sleep in like that. Days off are, like I said, they're good. Your body needs the odd time, the odd day off, and just to relax and let your mind get fresh, let your body relax. So you just kind of lay low. Most guys don't try to watch some TV. Just trying to get something else. Catch up on things that you're behind on. Do your email, everything like that.
Like when you're running around town, do people ever recognize you and slip all the legs?
A little bit around here. It's not so, it's actually, it's not so much as around town. I think that, we have our friends and stuff. They know what we do, but we just kind of blend in. And people I don't have that kind of look that's going to stand out. People look at us and like, who's that? So. I think we're recognized a lot in Philadelphia, a lot more in Philadelphia because just because of the media, we're on TV all the time and stuff like that. And the Flyers are pretty popular, but here, it's sometimes it's probably more kids than anything because kids who play hockey, kids who play hockey will know or whatever. It's neat. It won't last forever. It's nice. People have been very nice and very supportive around here. It's because there haven't been a lot of hockey players around here, so they probably know who you are just because of that. If they're hockey fans, they know who you are.
So what about during the off season? Like, what do you do?
Well, I just try and stay. I make sure I try and stay in shape. I mean, the trick is to not work so far and not shake too much. I really don't skate at all in the summertime. I really try and go away. I go to the gym first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and do my work. And then it's off to maybe try and play some golf or near the pool with the kids and do all kinds of summer events. Baseball practice, all that stuff. Summer is very important to really. I like to try and cut off 1 year and then get ready to start a new one. It's very good to get away from the job and the arena. We like to get out of Philadelphia for a while just because things tend to blur together if you stay around too long. Philly would be a great, very fun place to stay for the summer, but it's always nice to come back here. There's a lot of grandparents to see, family to see that they have to come out there during the season because we can't ever come back. We're so busy we can't get back. So now's our time to come back and try to see people. Last couple of years, I run a golf tournament. I didn't run it this year, but I run a charity golf tournament the last couple of years, and I couldn't do it because we got back so late this year. And I run a hockey camp with my brother-in-law. So there's some various things we do, but the biggest thing is to stay in shape and make sure you get healthy and get strong again.
So let's say just you're walking through Cedar Point and you see a hockey contest where you try to make a puck into a little hole doing a prize. Would you try it?
That's a good question. I mean, I know our kids would want to do it first. I don't know. You can't win those games anyway. It doesn't matter if you are a professional. The hole is so small, just that much bigger than the puck. They make sure you can't win them whether you're professional, whether Wayne Gretzky was up there or not. Right?
Yeah. Who was your favorite teammate of all time?
All time. Well, you know what? It's so hard. I probably, especially my years in Boston, there were a lot of guys that came through there. I talked about Wayne Gretzky earlier. He was, just a really fun guy to be around because of who he was. I grew up idolizing him and stuff. He was a great person. But I can say, I probably played with 300 guys, maybe, 250, 300 guys, and through the course of everything. And I have to say that there's probably 3 or 4 that I didn't like out of all those guys. A lot of good guys. It's really hard to narrow some down. There's some that are funny, just real funny character guys, and other guys that are more thoughtful and conservative and a little more reserved. And it takes all bunch to make a team, but it's really hard to say there's just one. But there's been some really quality people that I've met. Love they get into scouting and coaching and stuff. That's always great to see them, kind of down the road, still in the business. And all the guys leave the game and don't ever look back. So it's really hard to pinpoint one because there's been so many good ones. I feel like I would be, I couldn't do it to you.